So some of the things that I wish I would have known when dealing with a narcissistic co-parent or even just narcissistic people in general, there's some rules that will always apply. So after 6 full years, I thought, hey, why don't I put together a little series and hopefully it'll help the next people after me. If you guys have questions along the way, I'm happy to help. I'm available for private sessions as well. But maybe the first rule when you're communicating with somebody that's narcissistic, especially like being a co-parent situation, it's extremely important to not have actual phone conversations. And the reason being is everything you say can and will be used against you. So it's better just to have everything in writing. So that means text messages, emails, or even an app like Our Family Wizard. I really like Our Family Wizard because it does track when they open it and they can't modify it. And if you're with a toxic and narcissistic person, you know that they will just do just about anything. So you want to safeguard yourself as much as possible. So when a narcissistic person rates you, generally they're looking for something that's either going to trigger you because they want something out of you, and normally it's attention. So if they trigger you, they're going to get a plethora of negative energy, which they don't care, because you're going to end up trying to justify yourself or how to explain yourself to them, or you're going to want to trigger them as well, and it's just going to turn into a big confrontation. So when they message you, if it's not an emergency and you feel a little triggered, like what the hell, take a minute and don't respond back, because you're going to get in your emotions and then you're going to fire off something, and then you're literally giving the narcissistic person exactly what they want, which is your attention. So instead, take 24 to 48 hours and think about what you're going to write back. You're going to keep it brief, informative, friendly, and factual. So you're going to do what they call, you're going to BIFF them, okay? You're only going to address the things that need to be addressed. So if they're attacking you as a parent, saying what a piece of shit you are, but there's a question in there about when Timmy gets picked up from school, you're going to ignore the piece of shit parent part because you know it's not true. And you're only going to respond back when little Timmy needs to be picked up and nothing else. Okay? So you're just going to keep it super brief. That way, they'll try for a while. It will get worse before it gets better. But eventually they won't try to feed off of you as much. Except maybe a full moon, literally. And then the final piece of the puzzle is setting clear boundaries. So you do want to stick with, if you have a court order, if you have some sort of an agreement in place, you want to stick as close to that order as possible, because they will use it to manipulate you. So if you did it one time, they'll think you should do it all the time. And when you want something in return, if you want the additional time, know that you won't get it. Because it's not about you, it's always going to be about them. Now, I will say, if it's in your kid's best interest, that always supersedes any type of narcissistic games, okay? Because our children still need the other parent, and it's really important. They got to experience their parent themselves. So if it is in their best interest, you let them go. And I think those are the things that helped me the most, is understanding that they're always going to try to get a reaction. I don't have to justify myself. And just being very clear and concise with the communication so that there's no real gray area. Any type of toxic or narcissistic person, they need very clear boundaries. And I think most people enjoy it, right? Like, you like to know where you stand with people. So you guys got this. If you want one-on-one help, please let me know. If you have, a burning question, you can drop it below and I will try to either do a video or something to help you guys along the way. So hang in there. You got this, and thanks for your time.